If you enjoy videos like this, subscribe to the channel before the video starts. Alex floated through the cold, empty space, the small ship creaking under the pressure of the dark void. He had been traveling alone for weeks, exploring abandoned star systems, scanning for signs of life. His mission was simple: gather data, survive, and report back. But something about this sector felt different. The readings were strange, almost alive, pulsing with energy that he could not explain. Ahead, a derelict spaceship drifted silently. Its metal skin was scarred and burnt, as if it had fought through countless battles. A faint blue light flickered from inside. Alex's heart raced. He had never seen technology like this before. Slowly, he docked his ship, the metal clanking echoing loudly in the empty air. As he stepped inside the abandoned ship, the temperature dropped. His flashlight cut through thick shadows, revealing long corridors filled with broken machinery and alien symbols glowing faintly on the walls. The silence was almost too heavy. Then, suddenly, his headset crackled. "This is your only chance to save me, human, will you?" Alex froze. The voice was soft, almost weak, yet full of urgency. It was not entirely human, yet it carried a strange emotion he could feel through the static. He looked around, but the corridor was empty. "Who's there?" he asked, his voice trembling slightly. "I am trapped. Systems failing. You must help me," the voice whispered again. Alex followed the sound, moving cautiously. Every step echoed in the vast, silent ship. Finally, he reached a large chamber. In the center was a pod, glowing faintly with blue energy. Inside, a humanoid figure floated, wires and tubes connecting it to the pod. It was clearly alive, or at least, something like life. "I do not have much time. My virus, it spreads, please, human," the voice pleaded. Alex's mind raced. This could be dangerous. It could be a trap. But there was something in the voice, a desperate honesty, that made him hesitate. Could he leave this being to die? Or could he risk everything to help it? He took a step closer, examining the pod. Warning lights flashed. Sparks jumped from broken panels. The air smelled of burnt metal and ozone. His hands shook as he reached for his toolkit. "You must hurry, they are coming," the voice said urgently. Alex looked up sharply. There were no doors, no windows, just shadows moving in the corners. He felt the first real fear since leaving Earth. But the desperation in the voice pushed him forward. He took a deep breath, gripping his tools tightly. This was it. This was the moment that could change everything. But as he leaned closer to start repairs, a loud bang shook the ship. The lights flickered, and the pod's glow dimmed. Time was running out. One wrong move, and both of them could die. Alex swallowed hard. He whispered to himself, "I have to save it. I have no choice." And with that, he started the repairs, unaware of the danger that was creeping closer with every passing second. The ship groaned as if it were alive, protesting every movement Alex made. Sparks rained from broken panels, and the lights flickered wildly. The pod's faint blue glow pulsed like a heartbeat, weak but steady. The voice inside whispered again, urgent and trembling. "Human, please. I don't have much time, trust me." Alex's fingers shook as he connected wires and adjusted the pod's damaged systems. Every second felt heavier than the last. He could hear something moving in the shadows, soft but deliberate, something alive. His instincts screamed danger, yet he could not pull away. The voice inside the pod was almost pleading now, the desperation in its tone cutting through the fear. I am infected," it said. "A virus, spreading fast. If I die, it could reach your world. Only you can stop it." Alex's heart pounded. The words made no sense, yet the urgency was real. The choice was clear: help this alien being and risk everything, or leave it and possibly doom countless lives. He glanced around the dim corridor, shadows twisting in impossible shapes. Something watched him. Something waited. He swallowed and forced himself to focus. Tools in hand, he adjusted the energy conduits, careful not to touch the pod's exposed circuits. Sparks flew, and the pod shuddered violently. The alien voice screamed, almost frantic. "Now! Or it's over! Human, I beg you." Suddenly, a metallic clang echoed through the corridor. Alex froze. A figure emerged from the shadows, tall, skeletal, moving with precision no human could match. Its eyes glowed faintly red. Alex stumbled back, heart in his throat. The pod's glow dimmed even further. They are here," the voice whispered, almost trembling. "Hide me, or both of us will die." Adrenaline surged through Alex's veins. He had seconds to act. Using his body as a shield, he pressed himself against the wall and dragged the pod behind a shattered console. The alien within the pod muttered faintly, "Human, thank you." The creature moved closer, its mechanical limbs scraping the metal floor. Sparks flew from its body as it scanned the area, searching. Alex's hands worked feverishly, connecting wires, rerouting energy, and bypassing damaged circuits. The pod hummed, light returning slowly, but the danger was still real. Every heartbeat echoed like a drum in his chest. Finally, the pod's system stabilized. The alien's glow brightened, weak but alive. The creature in the corridor paused, almost sensing something, then retreated back into the shadows. The voice inside whispered softly now, almost relieved. "You saved me, but the danger is not gone. Time is short, and the real threat is coming." Alex leaned back, gasping for air. He had made his choice. He had risked everything. But as the ship groaned and the shadows shifted, he knew this was only the beginning. The true challenge was still ahead, and the alien depended on him entirely. The ship was shaking violently now. Sparks flew from exposed wires, and alarms screamed like banshees through the corridors. Alex could barely keep his balance as he dragged the pod along, its faint blue glow pulsing with life. The alien inside whispered weakly. "Human, hurry, the breach is spreading, we don't have much time." Alex's hands moved faster than ever, cutting wires, rerouting power, and improvising with tools he barely understood. Every step brought him closer to safety, or closer to death. Behind him, metallic footsteps echoed, steady and unyielding. Whatever was hunting them was intelligent, relentless, and getting closer. Suddenly, the corridor exploded in sparks and fire. A massive shadow lunged from the walls, an alien drone, covered in jagged metal. Alex ducked, heart hammering, and swung his wrench. The drone screeched, sparks flying as metal clashed against metal. The pod shuddered violently, almost falling. "Hold on, human. I am not ready to die," the voice yelled. Alex threw the pod across a small gap in the corridor, landing it safely behind a barricade of broken panels. He charged at the drone, smashing its sensors. The machine stumbled, giving Alex just enough time to scramble to the ship's control room. Inside, the control panels were fried. The doors were stuck. Smoke filled the air. He slammed his hands against the emergency override, praying it would work. The alien voice murmured beside him, "You can do this, trust yourself." Finally, with a hiss and a groan, the doors opened. Light spilled in from the docking bay. Alex pushed the pod onto a small escape shuttle. The alien's glow flickered, then brightened slightly as systems stabilized. Just as Alex activated the shuttle, the main ship shook one last time. A massive explosion rocked the corridor where the drone had been. The derelict ship was collapsing, cracking like a dying star. He gritted his teeth, launched the shuttle, and shot into space just as the derelict broke apart behind them. The alien inside the pod exhaled, its voice softer now, almost human in tone. "You saved me. I owe you more than you can imagine, but this is only the beginning, the real danger is still out there." Alex looked out at the vast darkness ahead. Stars glittered coldly, but for the first time in weeks, he felt a strange spark of hope. He had survived, and so had the alien, but the universe was far from safe. The pod hummed beside him, weak but alive. Alex knew that what came next would test both of them, push them beyond limits, and demand every ounce of courage they had. But for now, they had escaped. And that was enough, for the moment. A faint warning beep echoed from the pod, a reminder that their journey was only beginning. The stars ahead seemed endless, but somewhere out there, a new threat waited. And Alex, alone but not truly alone, prepared for what was coming next.